Hi, my name is Chris, and this is my video called Using Visualization in Relationships. Visualization can be used to enhance your relationships. In this video, I specifically talk about techniques using the astral plane. When I talk about the astral plane, I'm not asking you to accept that such a thing exists. It is only for the purposes of this video as a tool that we are talking about it here in order to achieve certain results with your visualization. You don't have to believe in an actual astral plane of existence in order for this to work. The astral plane is above the physical world, and it is a more beautiful, idealized, and less physical world than our own. People in the astral world can travel instantly from one location to another. The astral world has its own physicality, trees, ground, sky, and so forth. But the physicality there is less solid than it is in this world, even though it's clearly defined and easily seen for beings that live in the astral world. When we interact with people on the astral level, they can be the same people that we interact with on the physical level for the purposes of this video. So when you meet somebody on the astral level, their energy is somewhat higher and lighter than it is on the physical, although they are essentially the same person with the same personality. We use the astral plane model as a way of interacting with people on a non-physical level. There is a certain level of reality to the interactions you have with people on the astral level, and although it's not exactly the same kind of experience as talking directly to a person, it does impact your relationship with that person. There's a definite interaction with others that's real when you talk to somebody on the astral level. I've seen this type of communication have a physical world impact on many relationships that I've had. You can gain confidence that this is real by using these techniques and seeing it for yourself. To begin with, you need to design an astral plane condominium. This condo is your space where you will invite people to come and talk to you at the astral level. Design the living room first so that it is the first room you come into when you enter into your condo. So, right as you come in the front door, there is the living room. Near the front door in the living room, you should have two sofas facing each other. This is where you will sit and talk with people that you invite to your astral plane condo. Other than that, the design of the condo is entirely up to you. Set it up however you want, make it comfortable and well lit, and don't be afraid to play with it any way that you want. Just don't make it too bizarre, or it'll interfere with your communication with people when you invite them over. Once you've set up your astral plane condo so you're comfortable with it, simply sit down in one of the couches next to your front door in the living room of your astral plane condo and look around. Get familiar with what it looks like from that perspective, and then think of somebody you want to meet on the astral level. Once you decide who you want to talk to, simply mentally ask them to come over, and you'll hear a knock on your front door. Tell them to come in, and they'll walk in and sit down across from you on the other sofa. Don't be alarmed if the person looks different from what they normally look in terms of they're wearing a strange outfit or a mask, or they look like a skeleton or something else. They might have strange energy around them or be dressed in an unusual way. These oddities in terms of how people look are simply a reflection of their emotional state at the time you call them. But usually most people appear the same way they look in the physical world when you talk to them on the astral. In the astral plane, we're closer to the emotional reality of the person and ourselves. So generally people are nicer and more generous in the astral. But if a person is in the physical world a bit mean, dangerous, psychologically unstable, psychotic, criminal, what have you, it becomes a lot more obvious when you deal with them on the astral. You invite them over, talk to them, and their behavior is outlandish. They may be angry, ranting and raving, cruel, be putting out a tremendous amount of negative energy, when you would be expecting them to be lighter in their energy on the astral than they would be in the physical. The reason for this is because their energy is closer to the surface, their emotions are closer to the surface, so their ability to hide who they really are is reduced in the astral. And as a result, the astral plane is a good way to meet someone and talk to someone to get a sense if they are in fact someone you can trust, or if they're not a nice person and they're covering that up with superficial niceness. Communication with others is a lot easier on the astral level. People are more emotionally available, and you'll find that you are also yourself more in touch with your own feelings. You're less inhibited and more able to put your words and feelings into a definite form and communicate them. You can meet someone that you're having a relationship with on the astral level in your condo, sit down with them and tell them what's on your mind in a more relaxed kind of way, be more fluent about talking about your feelings if you normally feel somewhat inhibited with them. But also the reverse is true, and they can talk more freely about their real feelings, and in this way you can work through a lot of issues that you might have in your relationship with this person. It's important for you to listen to the other person, and as you listen to them you'll be able to tell more easily how they're really feeling and why they do certain things. The astral setting enhances communication, but doesn't necessarily mean that you'll always like what you hear. The other person may say things that you'll find hurtful or disappointing, but at least you'll know the truth. Often you'll find that what a person says to you in the astral will be precisely what they'll say to you later when you talk to them in the physical world, days or weeks later. It's easier to see where your relationship is really at by meeting someone at the astral level. However, you can also use these conversations to set up meetings on the physical level with people you know but have trouble making the time or arranging encounters with. For example, you can ask the person on the astral level to try to arrange a physical meeting with you, and then a few days later you'll cross paths with them unexpectedly and have a chance to talk to them. You can also use this technique to meet someone for the first time that you might like just from the looks of them and think that you'd like to be friends or to date them. You don't have to know their name or anything. Just think about the person, invite them over, and they'll come over. Talk to them and ask them if you'd like to, if they would like to have a meeting with you where you could somehow cross paths or bump into each other and have a brief conversation where you could get to know each other and see if you have the potential for some kind of relationship. If you want to end a relationship on the physical level but are having trouble doing it for whatever reasons, then meeting the person on the astral level and telling them that you feel this way, that you want to end the relationship, will definitely speed up the process. You can even be more forceful and say that you're pulling the plug on the relationship starting with the astral level. In other words, you break up with them first on the astral level, and this precipitates a series of events that leads to the physical breakup. Remember that astral communication is not manipulation. The other person isn't going to do things that they don't want to do. But the astral allows you to enhance communication with others and even to experience a deeper level of love and connection with other people. Remember to listen to people on this level. Don't just talk at them. Don't whine and complain, but refuse to listen to them. Make it a two-way street and pay attention to their feelings and what they have to say. This is just as important as what you have to say. There are endless techniques that you can use to enhance your relationships using the astral level and visualization. However, the astral level is certainly not the alpha and omega of what you can do with visualization to enhance your relationships. There are many other levels and many other things you can do. The astral level is just one of many levels of communication with others that can be explored. Visualization gives us access to the mind as an environment, and in that environment we begin to learn and understand what relationships really are, the meaning of two minds. I hope this video was helpful, and as always, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop me a note. Thank you.